graduands, graduates, diplomats, family and friends. The academic procession is about to enter the hall. Will you please stand? You can now be seated.
Distinguished guests, university colleagues, industry and community partners, families and friends, and most importantly, those of you who are graduating today, I extend a very warm welcome to you all. In particular, I would like to welcome the Mayor of Launceston, Matthew Garwood. I now call upon Dave Warriner, Head of Riawana Aboriginal Education at the University of Tasmania, to conduct a welcome to country.
Ya Pulingana, Ya Day Pakana, Lutulwita, Tasmania, Truwana, Cape Barren Island. Elders, uncles and aunties, students, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I very warmly welcome you to this graduation ceremony 2023. Today we are meeting on Lutulwita, Aboriginal land, Tasmania. This wonderful event takes place at Launceston on Kanamaluka, Tamar River. I pay my respects to my elders and acknowledge it is a privilege to stand on country and walk in the footsteps of those before us. I pay my respects to my Aboriginal community, Pakana people, being the oldest continuing culture in the world. Lutruwita, Tasmania, is deeply unique with spectacular landscapes and cities and towns, surrounded by bushlands, wilderness, mountain ranges, waterways and coastlines. I pay my respects to all of you here today. Good spirits are with us all. To the students, congratulations for your hard work, dedication and academic achievements as you complete your study journey. As I stand here, I remember too my time as a student and graduating. I do remember it as a significant occasion, not only for me, but also for my family. And I really felt I had worked hard and was rewarded for my efforts with a degree. Gee, a university degree, and to this day, I still look back as a graduate of the University of Tasmania as being a major life achievement and event. And I truly hope that you feel the same. The University of Tasmania has been an important aspect of your lives, and this is an exciting time for you as you venture into the next chapter of your lives and your study. All of us pay our respects to you all, but also to your families, many who are in attendance today. I'd like to finish off with two short quotes, if I may. And the first quote is from a Daniel J. Boorstin, who says, "Education is learning what you didn't even know that you didn't know." And from one of our great leaders, Nelson Mandela, who quotes, "Education is the most powerful weapon you can use to change the world." So students and families, congratulations. Please be proud of your achievements, as I'm sure your family and friends will be. Naranina too, thank you. Wulika, goodbye.
Thank you so much, Dave, for that welcome and for being here today with us. And I think it's such an important part of our ceremony to hear those words and that deep felt connection and the connection to country and reminding us where we are in this place and to ask us to reflect on what it means to be here in this special place on this special island. And I think also that where we are is not only about the land or the air or the sea, it's also about everything that's alive here, the plants and the animals and the people. And it is those stories and the culture and the families and our friends that weave all of that together. And when we think about what lays ahead for us in the world and certainly in the island, the great challenges, climate change, biodiversity, inequality, it does remind us that the first peoples of this country have lived here sustainably for tens of thousands of years without ecological collapse or without empire. So knowing this and knowing the state of the world today, we look to you and we look to our Aboriginal colleagues and friends with profound humility and respect, so we can listen and learn. Because then I think we can be the Tasmania that we need to be now and into the future. So I think that's a very powerful thought, and I thank you once again for your welcome. It is such an honour and also extremely exciting for us to be here today, sharing the moment when you become a graduate of this wonderful university. And as you step out into the next phase of your life, I offer my warmest congratulations to all of you who are graduating and also to those who've been part of your journey. And they are here today or watching to share this occasion. When I look out, I can't help but think there are so many stories that must be here in this room today. Stories about why you decided to come to university. Stories about what university means to you. and about your aspirations and hopes you hold now as you step out as graduates, each to make your unique contribution to the world. And you're well prepared to make that contribution because by awarding you with your degree today, the university is recognising that you have achieved a level of excellence in your particular discipline. And that disciplinary excellence that we're about to formally and publicly recognise means that when you're asked next, now what do? You might have a slightly different answer. I'm a graduate nurse, or I'm an expert in exercise or sports science or nutrition. And for those of you who are becoming a PhD, you're going to become a doctor. So whatever you put before your name, you're going to have some other letters after it, which is a sign to the world of everything that you've achieved. So graduation is a significant achievement for which there can be justifiable pride and affection. Just as there's been many milestones that have led you to this moment, I hope there are many more in your careers in professional development as you continue to work hard and experience the satisfaction of further learning, growth and achievement. But I also hope there's many other moments in your life beyond your work that are a great source of joy and meaning to you. And no doubt you have observed from the families and friends that have supported you that a life well lived is one that does achieve balance. And as part of that, each one of you has a tremendous opportunity to give generously to your community. And to know that you're helping others is enormously satisfying. And you can do this in so many ways, and I have no doubt many of you already are. Perhaps you don't even recognise the ways in which you're doing that. It could be lending a hand to a fellow student or to a work colleague, or it could be lending your skills for a not-for-profit or a community organisation or even your children's school. There are many, many ways to make a difference. And we're especially proud of those people who graduate from us because our mission as a university is absolutely to make a difference. For example, there's no pressing challenge in the world today, more pressing challenge than climate change. So the University of Tasmania, being named the #1 university in the world for climate action for the second year in a row, is testimony to the outstanding work that's been undertaken right across the university. And I hope you're as proud to be part of that as what I am. And in this era of bushfires, extreme weather events and infectious diseases, the new Centre for Safe Air, located at our Menzies Institute for Medical Research, is already proving to be a game changer in protecting those most at risk from air quality changes. The University of Tasmania has recently joined forces with the University of Melbourne to create an app that will provide real-time, location-specific information on air hazards such as pollen, pollution and bushfire smoke. There's also the success of Oxygenie, a product developed with our university's engineering and medical researchers. And Oxygenie has helped save the lives of premature and critically ill babies in over 40 countries across the world. Meanwhile, closer to home, our psychology clinics in Newnham and in Hobart are helping people access mental health services otherwise unavailable for them, while also preparing our students to take on much-needed roles across the island. We're also tackling Tasmania's high incidence of cardiovascular disease with a project focusing on hypertension, especially in the northwest of the state. And our work helping people better understand and support those living with dementia and MS has had a profound effect right across the globe. Indeed, this year, with a team of others from around the world, we've helped identify the first genetic marker for MS severity, and that is an incredible breakthrough. These achievements exemplify our university's mission to make a difference for Tasmania and from Tasmania for the world. We're very proud of each and every one of you graduating today, as ultimately it's through you and the difference that you will make that we will continue to fulfil this mission. Some of you will stay in Tasmania, some of you will go other places to other countries, but all of you will make a difference. Now, whether you're originally from Tasmania or not, I hope now that you feel at least a little bit Tasmanian, and importantly, that you will always treasure your connection to Tasmania and its people. I've experienced over and over again how these connections just pop up in very surprising ways, and how unshakable that bond to Tasmania can be. And the Tasmanian way is sometimes a little understated, but we think there's some special things that come with this, including a quiet determination and adaptability that underpins a lot of Tasmania's success. We also think that Tasmania fosters people with much broader understandings who are multi-skilled and really just roll their sleeves up and get on with things. So as you step out as graduates, we hope that you'll remember those Tasmanian qualities and draw on them as a source of inspiration over the years. We're proud to call you a graduate of the University of Tasmania, and we welcome you into a community of diverse and talented people who over the past 133 years have contributed and continue to contribute to Tasmania and a better world. Congratulations. Now, prior to this ceremony this morning, we had the pleasure of participating in the Town and Gown procession throughout the streets of Launceston. And the Town and Gown marks the engagement of the University with the City of Launceston. So it is my great pleasure to invite the Mayor of Launceston, Matthew Garwood, to congratulate the graduates on behalf of the City.
Thank you, Professor Brown. And on behalf of the City of Launceston, I'm absolutely delighted to welcome you all here today to celebrate the significant academic achievements with the University of Tasmania. With just over 150 candidates graduating, and it is a real honour to have been able to walk with you in the heat and the rain, in true Launceston and Tasmanian style here this morning and this afternoon to celebrate. And what a picture it was. And as the professor was saying before we even took off, to see the people hanging out of the windows and watching, the vibe that created, the smiles, the energy that was all consuming our city centre was something really to be proud of, in knowing that it was through your achievements that the city celebrates. So learning just doesn't begin and end with a university education. We've heard some quotes here today. I'll add a quote here also. Commit yourself to lifelong learning. The most valuable asset you'll ever have is your mind and what you put into it. Who knows who said that? Albert Einstein. Now, this is the perfect time to reflect on the journey that you have just finished, and potentially one of the most challenging but also rewarding times in your lives, and to look forward with anticipation as you stand on the brink of the next part of your journey as the guardians of our nation's future. The City of Launceston is extremely proud to call itself a university city. It's a badge we wear with pride as we recognise the immense social, economic and cultural benefits the University of Tasmania brings to the northern half of our state, and the delivery of great educational outcomes for students from right across Tasmania. It draws new people to our region, it helps create a more vibrant local culture, and it builds pathways to the future. Launceston has been pleased to have each and every one of you who has chosen to spend part or all of your university study life in our city, and we hope that you've also enjoyed it too. Through your academic achievements, many of you will continue to make a positive difference, as Professor was saying, here in the north, in Tasmania, or further abroad, and perhaps at some point in that future, your careers, whether it does take you all around the globe, will perhaps bring you back, as it does, as we know, those heartstrings of Tasmania really do pull strong. So in saying that, yes, some of you may leave to further your careers, but we know that further knowledge, skill and experience, those new endeavours, started right here in Launceston. Gaining a university qualification is a fantastic achievement, and one in which you should celebrate, and which we as a city are so pleased to celebrate not only today at the celebration, but right throughout your journey as you get towards this point. So on behalf of the City of Launceston, we congratulate you on your achievements and we thank you for continuing to choose Launceston and in what you give to it in being one of, if not, the best city in Australia. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mayor. And as someone who was born in Launceston, I'm with you there. Thank you. So I'm now going to call upon Professor Ian Anderson, who's representing the Vice-Chancellor, to present the 2023 Young Alumni Award to Mrs. Annabelle Mackay.
Ya Palingila Karate. Annabelle is the University of Tasmania's 2023 Young Alumni Award recipient. She was born in Brisbane at only 26 weeks. This resulted in a hearing loss, which she continues to live with today. Annabelle always dreamt of becoming a nurse, and she started that journey in 2009 when she commenced her undergraduate degree in nursing at the Australian Catholic University. Annabelle chose to further her studies at the University of Tasmania, obtaining a graduate certificate in nursing, oncology specialisation in 2018, a graduate diploma of nursing in 2019, and then a master's of clinical nursing, oncology specialisation in 2022. Annabelle has volunteered as a nurse educator in Cambodia, working to upskill local staff and create a mindset that promotes nursing autonomy, pride and recognition. She now divides her time between lecturing at the University of Southern Queensland, continuing to work in clinical work in haematology, oncology at Mater Health, and spending time with her husband Lachlan and her children, Harry, who is 3, and Millie, who is 1. Annabelle has shown how she's excelled in her chosen career, and she has been recognised for this many times. She was awarded the Professor Catherine Turner Medal for Excellence in Nursing in 2019, and both the Pride of Australia Medal for Care and Compassion and the Australian Nurse of the Year graduate category in 2013. She was also a finalist for the Young Australian of the Year in Queensland in 2021, Queensland Young Achiever of the Year Award in 2018, and has been nominated as the Australian Day Ambassador from 2015 through to 2022 by the Queensland Premier. Councillor, I present to you the 2023 Young Alumni Award recipient, Ms. Annabelle Mackay.
So now I would like to invite Annabelle to give us, to present the occasional address today. Thank you.
Good morning, good afternoon. Sorry, the time change from Queensland's getting me. Chancellor, distinguished guests, members of the university, families, friends, and most importantly, graduands. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, and today, as I look at all of you in your cap and gown, symbols of your hard work and success, I want to be amongst the first to congratulate you on obtaining that dream. As you heard in that quite overwhelming introduction, my name is Annabelle Mackay, and it is my absolute pleasure to be giving today's occasional address. I am a nurse, loud, proud, and unapologetically passionate. Caring for people is ingrained in who I am. It took me a long time to acknowledge that I can't fix all the ailments presented to me, but what I can do is help my patients and their families cope with the current trauma and fears they face. As graduates in the College of Health and Sciences, you too now have the ability to change someone's healthcare experience. To the world, individually, you are just one person, but to that one person you are caring for in that moment, you are their world. You can be taught how to hang an antibiotic, be proficient in medication and its complexities, write a detailed case note, even administer stem cells or chemotherapy. But what comes from within, what can't be taught, is how you make someone feel. Patients and their families remember this feeling above all else. They know you are clinically competent, but they put their trust in you to make them feel better than when they first met you, feel safe and feel heard. This can be the difference in their illness journey and the defining characteristics between a good health professional and an exceptional one. Since graduating in 2011, I have worked in many specialties across healthcare: intensive care, neuroscience, general medical, paediatrics, oncology and palliative care. But cancer care and the care provided at the end of a patient's life is where I am meant to be. It can be a difficult specialty, but the relationships formed between a haematology nurse, their patients and families are different to all the experiences I've ever known in the specialties I've worked in. In most cases, we are considered an extension of our patient's family. We ride the roller coaster with them. The complexities of their care, the grief felt by all involved, and the shades of grey can be taxing. And arguably, those patients are some of the most vulnerable in the system, but it is my absolute pleasure to look after them. I'll continue with the quotes. Steve Jobs once said, "The only way to do great work is to love what you do." And I have been so incredibly fortunate to have people recognise the love I have for nursing and nursing education and nominate me for some of the most humbling awards. I hope the professional balance I have found between my work as an associate lecturer and maintaining my bedside skills as a clinical nurse, coupled with my award nominations, inspire other young people who are also early in their career. I hope to be an example of what you too can achieve within the first few years as practitioners. Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. Following my early career awards, I was told I had peaked too soon. This was coming from someone I truly admired, initially knocked the wind out of my sails. However, it was what ultimately motivated me to do more. As a result, I took annual leave from the hospital twice, each time travelling more than 7,000 kilometres away, and set out to change the way nursing as a profession was perceived in Cambodia and how Cambodian patients received nursing care. I have always wanted to be a nurse, and whilst I appreciate some of your stories may not have begun with such a clear, precise vision, I'm always intrigued as to how and why people chose their career in health. For many nurses in Cambodia, though, it was simply a stable job that kept the income consistent for their family. After being in country for a while, the passion was there, I noticed, but overshadowed by bureaucracy, power, and a lack of leadership. They didn't have a voice, an advocate, or the courage to fight for their rights or the rights of their patients, and this is where I came in. As with most changes, my suggested methods were met with scepticism, reluctance, and a defeatist attitude, mostly from other healthcare disciplines, surprisingly. However, the trust I had established in the nursing community, the respect I had been so graciously granted, and the strength that these inspirational nurses had to continue to improve their working conditions and quality of their patients' care prevailed. I left Cambodia with lifelong friends and the knowledge that these nurses were now better equipped to provide patients with current evidence-based practice and the courage to be the extraordinary clinicians I knew they were capable of being. So today, I ask you to go forward with courage, something I wish I had done more of when I graduated. There will be times where you are uncertain and undoubtedly make a mistake. There will be cases and patients that challenges you. But what defines us as people and practitioners is how well we rise after falling, and don't let it discourage you from being extraordinary. Success is nothing if we don't have the right people to share it with, so before we all go and celebrate your tremendous achievements today, there are a few people that we should thank. For me, it's my husband, Lachlan, because around my assessment due date, I became an ever so slightly less delightful version of myself. I was pregnant 3 times during my studies, however, he juggled our toddler and a full-time job. So whilst we all should be immensely proud of our accomplishments today, could we please give a huge round of applause to the people who were our biggest advocates and cheerleaders throughout this process, our family and friends. Whether this is your first degree and about to enter the workforce or experienced practitioner advancing an already established career in health, my heartfelt congratulations again. Wherever this award takes you today, please keep in touch with those you've studied with and the University Alumni Committee, remembering you are never too old to set another goal or dream a new dream. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Annabelle, for that very inspiring occasional address. And I don't think there's any doubt in anyone's mind that you love your job. And I think also a beautiful example of how one person can make a difference and collectively what sort of a difference we could potentially make. The other thing I was thinking when you were speaking, Annabelle, is there's a lot of technical advancements and we've got a lot of things that are happening that perhaps might seem that some jobs might change, but what will never change is those human qualities and how important they are. And I think your address today really exemplified that, so thank you so much. Okay, now we're going to just about to start our presentations of our new graduates, but we have something very important to do first. So I invite Professor Nuala Byrne, who's representing the Chair of Academic Senate, to present candidates for degrees and diplomas.
I call upon the candidates to please stand. Councillor, I commend to you the candidates whose names are listed in the conferral list before you for admission to the degrees and for the award of the diplomas shown. They have completed all requirements for their awards to the satisfaction of the Academic Senate.
By virtue of the authority vested in my office, I admit you and the candidates in absentia, as listed in the conferral list before me, to the degrees and award the diplomas for which you and they have qualified.
Please, everyone, join with me in congratulating the new graduates and diplomats. Graduates and diplomats, you can now be seated. Chancellor, the graduates and diplomats will now be presented to you.
I now call upon Associate Professor Andrew Williams, representing the Executive Dean of the College of Health and Medicine, to present graduates and diplomats in that college.
Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Exercise and Sports Science, I present to you Fletcher Campbell Bennett. Lauren Bruce. Toby Butler. Jake Callum Denny. Adam Scott Doreen. Julia Elizabeth Gunn. Anna Kaiser Jumpinen Allen. Laura Kidd. Hannah Manning. Sophie Jane Parkin. Max Christian Scholes. Bronte Ellen Smith. Archie Wilkinson. Sophie Jane Winter. Amy Nicole Wright. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Health Science, Medical Radiation Science, I present to you Ruby Isabella Marilyn Adams. Isabel Jane Arnold. Brandon Samuel Coates. Ebony Dara Goss. Amelia Ruby Mills. Amy Street. Keely Ann Wallace. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Laboratory Medicine, I present to you Bianca Isabella Ray Olay Elenan. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Nursing, I present to you Aisling Frances Carroll Beatty. Lucy Kate Canold. Claire Elizabeth Daking. Jacqueline Rose Rouse. Georgia Meg Woodland. Councillor for the degree of Bachelor of Nutrition Science, I present to you Gemma Coverdale. Bronte Jane Dare. Melanie Jacinta Guy. Matthew William Hart. Molly Grace McCausland. Madison Elizabeth Sefton. Jeranine Stearns. Melissa Jane Tahu. Kristen Maria Watson. Sealing Wu. Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science, I present to you Holiday Mary Jane Diana Holcomb James. Jai Marshall Homer. Meredith June Irving. Lara Jacobson. Georgia Louise Legg. Georgie Marie Nicholson. Amy Cherie Powell. Chloe Rayner. Thomas Rice. Jamie William Stacey. Ben Nicola Tenalia. Jacob Marek Williams Lipsky. Rebecca Wright. Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Health, Public Health with Professional Honours, I present to you Jane Marie Lowry. Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Nursing with Clinical Honours, I present to you Taylor Jane Laverty. Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Nursing with Professional Honours, I present to you Kenneth Garcia. Ekaterina Walton. Jinky De La Paz. Rita Tapa. Councillor, for the degree of Bachelor of Psychological Science with Honours, I present to you Meg Amy Crocker. Ellie Knowles. Ellie Jane Winwood. Tegan Monique Collins. Councillor, for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Addiction Studies for Health Professionals, I present to you Claire Elizabeth Luck. Musa Manganyi. Winnie Wanjohi. Councillor, for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Nursing, I present to you Caitlin Bodis. Alicia Maria Douglas. Vina Rose Fabiana Estrada. Amelia Michelle Frankham. Lalumal George. Sapali Jayasekara Jayasundara Mudi Ann Selej. Christelle Labasan. Tuyan Lay. Edwina Jane Merrington. Rebecca Jane Gugliotti. Mananshu Sharma. Regina Shrestha. Rafina Shrestha. Tang Chi Keong. Claire Emmazale. Siu Ling Luk. Poonam Ashley Narayan. Esme Joey Clark. Ashley Lauren Galia. Mark Angelo Ganon. Nicole Marley Richards. Raquel Toca Villarreal. Angeli Gail Tew Magtalis. Ashwathi Anuradhan. Olivia Ricciardi. Kirsty Yvonne Kitchener. Sarah Therese Taylor. Ashley Rebecca Gogan. Alpha BK. Emma McDermott. Jo Ann Seaboog. Lynn Chow. Elora Jill Abarico. Deepshika Chanel Prasad. Taylor Ralston. Joe Marie Adele Francisco San Pedro. Anna Marise Limbo. Troy Vergara. Mercy Grace Chanang. Patricia Ann Morgan. Councillor, for the award of the Graduate Certificate in Public Health, I present to you Soraya Amber Witzeman. Councillor, for the award of the Graduate Diploma of Advanced Paramedicine in Critical and Primary Care, I present to you Nicola Elizabeth James. Councillor, for the award of the Graduate Diploma of Nursing, I present to you Rajshri Diman. Christy Lauren Pell. Marion Junior Suba. Natasha Rose Woolley. Pauline Pleno. Pio Yani Garcia Peralta. Shwetha Mahesh Urala. Navilia Wijaya. Edmund Savello Pueblas. Melanie Hewson. Ailsa Marie Jones. Wilhelmina Frances Long. Ida Louise Cheek. Madeline Jessie Grace Hume. Kylie Louise Bull. Eunyoung Bake. Lisa Patricia Wells. Vanessa Bate. Shruti Ambalathinkul Varghese. Florence Losdigan Canuto Beckman. Jafeli Garcia Mamon. Alice Nicole Neen Ricard. Councillor, for the degree of Master of Clinical Nursing, I present to you Irene Chow Auxilio. Liesl Joy Dugok de Jesus. Shayanama Kurian. Surya Narana Murthy. Grace Ellen Figtree. Anita Bandari Chalice. Anne Surya Joseph. Sarah Stevens. Thanya Varghese. Emily Brooke McMahon. Christine Patricia Ross. Ji Zhang. Kirsty Lee Garrett. Jennifer Mary O'Brien. Ike Isaac Ebekwi. Councillor, for the degree of Master of Laboratory Medicine, I present to you Maria Baby. Sujita Mahajan. Councillor, for the degree of Master of Professional Psychology, I present to you Warwick Malcolm Green. Jessica Emily Hughes. Shannon Sophia Klekotchik. Abby Kate Savage. Stephanie Viala. Daniel Valenti Zui. Councillor, for the degree of Master of Quality Services, Health and Safety, I present to you James Shuttleworth. Shupakai Sino. Councillor, that concludes the presentation of graduates and diplomats from the College of Health and Medicine.
I now call upon the Dean of Graduate Research, Professor Lisa Fletcher, to present those graduates who qualified for a research higher degree in graduate research.
Councillor, research is one of the major activities of the University of Tasmania, and the strength and diversity of our research is reflected in our consistent world-class performance across a breadth of disciplines. This research excellence makes a real difference, having an impact right across Tasmania and from here across Australia and the world. Our higher degree research graduates make very significant contributions to these research activities, for it is their hunger for understanding and dedication to research that enables the generation of new knowledge through analysis, innovation and insight. We greatly value our higher degree graduate researchers and recognise the excellence and importance of their work across a wide variety of disciplines. Councillor, it gives me great pleasure to present to you the new higher degree research graduates. Councillor, you have admitted Surajit Day to the Doctor of Philosophy. Dr. Day evaluated airway structural and cellular changes in asthma chronic obstructive pulmonary disease overlap, a condition with clinical features of both diseases. He reported an augmentation of airway structural changes and tissue inflammatory cells that differed from either disease type. Councillor, Dr. Surajit Day. Councillor, I present to you Holly Emery. Dr. Emery investigated how self-concept changes for people living with multiple sclerosis. She found that self-concept change is common for these individuals and identified various factors that collectively contribute to the extent and nature of this change. Councillor Dr. Holly Emery. Councillor, that concludes the presentation of graduates from Graduate Research.
So it's now my pleasure to introduce you to Ms Melissa Tahu, who graduated today with the Bachelor of Nutrition Science. Ms Tahu will now give the valedictory address on behalf of the cohort of students graduating today.
Councillor, distinguished guests, members of the university, fellow graduates, family and friends. I feel very honoured and extremely grateful for the opportunity to deliver today's valedictory address. If someone had have told the Melissa of 2016 that I would be standing here before you today, I probably would have laughed and I most certainly wouldn't have believed you. In 2016, I was juggling life as a mum to a wonderfully boisterous 6-year-old son and a stepmum to my 3 beautiful stepdaughters. Life was filled with school drop-offs, pickups, playdates, driving kids to after-school activities and work, and a myriad of other parent-related tasks. But something happened in 2016 that would change the trajectory of my life forever. I enrolled in a nutrition degree and discovered a passion for learning that most definitely took me by surprise. Over the subsequent 7.5 years of being a university student, I not only learned about the human body, nutrients, and the science behind both, but I also developed a range of skills that helped me academically and in my life outside of uni, such as time management, organisation, communication, and teamwork. Throughout the completion of assignments, readings, and attending lectures and sitting exams, my thirst for knowledge only increased, and I knew then that I was right where I was supposed to be. Was it always easy to coordinate home life and uni life? Most definitely not. And you may not have been caring for small children during your time at uni, but maybe you were juggling work or caring for other family members. But what helped me, and I'm certain most of you too during those times, was the support of loved ones. These people are the unsung heroes in our journey, and I feel incredibly blessed to have had the endless support of my phenomenal husband and amazing friends who helped me through those challenging days, weeks, or even months to get to where I am now. Regardless of the challenges, we all made it together through the ups and downs. We made it. Now is time to reflect on how far we have all come and consider where to from here. For me, I'm enrolled to complete my honours in 2024 and aim to undertake a research career and perhaps even become a university lecturer. But no matter where your path leads you, be kind to yourself. Be proud of what you've achieved. And if you ever doubt what you are capable of, please remember this very moment. You can do great things. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for sharing your story with us. And I think you picked up a lot of things that we know about studying in higher education. It's definitely a team effort, but it gets under your skin, and that lifelong learning is just a wonderful thing to hear about. But also how much it teaches us beyond what we think it will when we first enrol in our courses. So thank you very much for sharing that today. So that just about concludes our ceremony. So as Melissa said, there's some really important people here today that I'm sure our graduates would like to acknowledge. And that's the contribution of friends and family who have supported you when the going gets tough and celebrating your success. So I think in many ways, graduation is a collective achievement. So what we'd like to do now is to give you a moment to acknowledge those people who've been part of your journey. So I invite our graduates to stand and to turn and to express your gratitude to your families and friends who've supported you with a round of applause. Thank you, everybody. You can be seated. So as you celebrate your graduation today, you join a vibrant family of over 150,000 graduates who've taken this precious University of Tasmania experience to all continents around the world and across more than 130 countries. Remember, you're not leaving the university. As an alumni of the university, you've joined what is a very special university community. You are now all members of our extended university family, and I do hope that you keep in touch. Graduation ceremonies do represent a very, very special moment, and being here with you all today could not be more important or heartwarming. Enjoy the rest of your day with your families and friends. So Professor Anderson and I would now invite you, your family and guests, to refreshments in the exhibition centre at the far end of the conference centre. I'll now ask you all please to stand while the procession retires and invite you to follow us. Thank you.